Thank you very much. Well, hello. First of all, thank you very much for Reykjavik Marathon and Wow Airlines and everyone helping in making it possible to be here today, especially my beautiful friend Anna. And also Iceland has provided fantastic weather, so we have just seen beautiful sunny days, and the grass is so green is the only reason we know that sometimes it rains. Also, I speak very quickly, so feel free to say, hey, just slow down a minute. And also, if you have any questions, just interrupt me, okay? I don't want you to sit and think, oh my goodness, what was she saying? Right, shall we begin? All right, let's see if this works. Okay, so I went to the Olympics in London 2012 and Rio 2016, but it was not really something that I focused on for 20 years or dreamt of doing. Or my father had in 2011 and 2012 he got very bad Alzheimer's, and I wanted to have a bonus project to put that energy into, because obviously Alzheimer's is something that keeps going. It's not really doesn't really have a positive direction. So I thought, okay, we need a project to put the energy into. And my parents live in the Isle of Man, which is a small island between England and Scotland. So London 2012 was as close as it was going to get to the Isle of Man. And I thought, okay, maybe we can have something positive that wouldn't have happened were it not for Alzheimer's, right? Let's take back the story a little bit. Instead of being, oh, everything is bad because of Alzheimer's, let's instead do something, an extra party we wouldn't otherwise have had. And so I thought about it almost very close in a little tunnel, like it was my own private little project, and I didn't really think about it. And when I got to go there, I had never done a national championship in running or anything. So it was very strange. And in some ways, I really felt like I was gate crashing a party. You know, how was I here? And there's Usain Bolt over there and some other people having breakfast. And somebody will just discover me and say, hey, you, no, go away. And then I was working a lot, too much probably really, and then I got the opportunity to go and train in Colorado. And I thought, well, you know, I've been working quite hard in London. I don't know if I want to just kind of give up my career and do this new project, you know, in Colorado. And then a lot of people were also, well, you know, maybe it's a bad idea, and, you know, you're a bit old now, you're going to be 40, nearly 40, are you sure it's sensible? And I thought, no, it probably is not sensible, but I want to have this adventure, and I don't want to look back and think, what if I had done this? And also my cousin was the same age as me, and he had terminal cancer at the time. And I thought, you know what, if in 2 weeks' time I was hit by a bus, I'm not going to look back and think, I wish I'd spent more time in the office. So I thought, okay, I can't do anything for my dad's Alzheimer's, I can't do anything for my cousin having the issues that with cancer, but what I can do, the only thing I can do is to choose to try and live my life. The best thing I could do to honor them was basically live well and try different things. So I thought, okay, right, this is the opportunity that looks a bit not sensible, a little bit scary, but okay, let's try it, let's do it. So then I went to Colorado and tried to see what it was like to be relying on racing for my income. I had a sports visa in America, and so my only income was from racing. And I lived at altitude and did lots of training, and that was a very interesting experience. And the lessons that I learned were not really necessarily as much around running as I had thought. They were more about showing up when things are not going well, showing up when maybe you're injured, some of the stresses of selecting to go to certain events and certain other things, or also learning to not listen to certain stories of your limitations in terms of your age or what you want to try and do, just trying to do things anyway. Now, so what am I doing now after Rio? This is what this slide is about. I now live in Spain, in this area, and I'm really enjoying the outdoors there and showing people the outdoor area that I now live in. And I haven't gone back to the office yet, so I'm still trying to go and enjoy the outdoors. I don't know if anybody is doing their first race on Sunday, or is everyone is all sort of confident already. But I thought I'd just do a quick sort of race day checklist in terms of not trying too much new food or kit. We've all just done that at an Expo, having said that. But maybe on Sunday, try and stick with the things that you know. And at the beginning of the race, maybe try and position yourself somewhere sensibly for the start of the race. This one, I am this one here. In this one, when the gun went off, there was people that ended up on the road, and it's not the best way to start your race. So maybe on Sunday, try and stay on your feet and find a sensible place to start. If you're a little bit nervous, then it's really good if tonight you can get some sleep, and if tomorrow night you can't, it doesn't matter so much. They actually found out. So that's just a quick checklist. And on the day, I think a lot of the time now, a lot of people are very focused on time or the Garmin, and people quite often judge a marathon or event based on what time they have run. And of course, I have been guilty of this. Time was important to try and make it to championships or to events or whatever. And it was very narrow focused. And for me in the marathon, the difference between a really, really good day, just okay day, and I'm kind of disappointed day, it's 2 minutes. So it really, in a lot of ways, it's ridiculous, because 2 minutes is such a small window. But in terms of I'm really happy or I'm a bit disappointed, the window for that is 2 minutes. And last year, I went to do Chicago, and I'd had a bit of a time out after Rio, and I wasn't in very good shape for what I wanted to be in. And I was a bit, I don't know if I want to go. I'm not going to run my best, and I'm going to have a slow time next to my name, and oh, no. And then I went there, and actually, yes, I wasn't in the best shape, and there was no magic to come after. Nothing special was going to happen on the day, because I really hadn't done the training. But actually, I ended up having a really, really good experience, because the other times I'd been so focused on the watch and the seconds on the watch and the time on the watch that actually I missed everything. I didn't see all the volunteers, all the organizers, all the people holding the roads closed or smiling, or the other 40,000 people doing the event. It was all just the watch and me and the seconds and push, and I missed it all. I didn't see any of it. And so actually it was really an eye-opening experience for me, and I thought, you know what, this isn't just in running, this is in life. In a lot of things you get very focused on work or things that you're doing, especially if you're goal-orientated, and it can make the whole world seem a little more narrow because you're looking so focused down the lens on the thing that you're working towards that actually you're missing everything. You're not seeing 40,000 people are here today. On Saturday will be 10,000 people, right? Or from all over the world, all running together. We're healthier, we're able to do this. Everybody has had a different challenge to be on the start line. And some people this might be the one time you get to do this. We don't know. There's no guarantees or anything. And so if I just look at the watch, I am missing the whole experience. So that was really, for me, it was a really big kind of learning experience, and I really enjoyed that event just because, wow, I now see it. I see everybody, and it was rather than just looking at the watch all the time. This is a race in Spain. It's one of the things I was saying for people, especially for the marathon, was to be prepared to expect the unexpected, and also to have a lot of fun out there and enjoy it on the day. And these goats were so interested in us doing this 10K that they all decided that they were going to come and join in. They actually ran 6 kilometers with the runners, and they also were very keen on coming to get into the hall where we get our T-shirts, and at finish line in Spain you have beer, and you get your T-shirts, and the goats were queuing up to try and come in the door for this also. So, sometimes unexpected might be wind or rain, and sometimes it might be that a goat is going to sprint finish with you. There was an article recently in Outside magazine, and they were saying how for predicting someone's performance, they found that your emotional intelligence and how positive you are during a race and how you deal with certain events during a race is actually a better predictor of your race time than your weekly mileage or your past experience. So I think sometimes, especially for the marathon, it's natural to have bits of the race where you're doing really well and everything's going really well, quite often at the beginning, and there might be a bit towards the end, maybe the last 10 kilometers, where it's maybe not quite as much fun now and you're tired. So I think a lot of it's the story that you're telling yourself. You can either help yourself in that 10K, or you can actually really put the brakes on for yourself. And I think one of the things to think about is to try and think of it like you can either be negative or, oh, I'm going too slow, why am I doing so bad, oh, I don't feel very well, or you can try and think of it like you're doing a project with a friend and you're kind of encouraging each other and you're doing it, and then your actual feeling of when you finish the race and when you get through it will be a lot more positive, and then of course you're more likely to do it again. Whereas if the whole time you've been telling yourself that you're not doing well enough or you're not good enough, you might do okay on Saturday, but do you want to do a marathon again? Maybe not, right? So I think if you can try and think of it as you're kind of encouraging yourself like a friend, a project with a friend more, it's a better experience all around. And then you can be more relaxed and hopefully have an easier day out there. And again, like it's nice to remember that we are part of something really big. There's 10,000 people there. It's not just us and 10 seconds here and there on Garmin. It's all these people from all over coming for this day. It's really exciting. And I'm so excited to be here I've never been to Iceland before, and it's so beautiful. And it's such an honor to be here and be part of this and see this beautiful scenery. And I think with a lot of things I'm very grateful for with running is that I've had a nice opportunity to see beautiful landscapes like this and really enjoy the outdoors and to try new challenges. So please enjoy it on Saturday. That's the most important thing, whatever time you're going for. And I don't know if you have any questions for me.